Hello, it's Dale here. Just back to the embellisher because a lot of people ask me about it. This is an embellisher and it is a needle felting machine. So it has, this one, this particular model has I think 7 barbed needles, and it doesn't have anything else. It's not a sewing machine, it's a sealed unit, so it doesn't use any thread. What it does, it meshes things together. You can just show you that it's got little barbs on it. You don't want to go through your finger. You can do hand felting, hand needle felting with one needle, but this is so efficient. And what it is really good for is meshing things together. So I'll just show you some of my little samples where I've put scrim on the back. You can see this, and scrim of course is cotton gauze or scrim, and I put it on the back and I work it through from the back to the front, so that this is how you get all these little textured fluffy little bits and pieces here and there. And it's just a great way to put texture onto a surface. Sometimes I just use it on the top as well. So, or I've used it here again on a lot of times I work on pre-felts, that's our flimsies, and I'll put the scrim all over the back, and you can see how it's merged and put other little bits and pieces, but just to give that texture. So through into the front, it's got all sorts of things happening here, but the little textured piece you see, that's where it's pushing the gauze, the scrim up from the back. When you work through here, it comes up. Sometimes it might take you a while to get it right. And then I've also put other things. There's some more scrim on the top, so scrim's great for any sort of texture. And again, velvet on it, just gives that little extra texture there. And as shown before, all the other bits and pieces that you might put down to make a very textured piece, like in the bush. And again, with my Kimberley ones, you can see I also use bits of I might cut what's left over from previous and use it again to put it through to the front. Sometimes it's not as prolific, and remember, if you're using same color on color, you're not going to get that texture, but just little bits that come through that you won't get this by doing anything else, either by hand needle felting or machine, because your sewing machine doesn't do that. And this one here is another one where I've got them both, you'll see, and then I've woven them by changing direction. So I've turned them over and used them in different ways. So you've got some of the gauze on the top, and you've also got the other sort of slightly textured base there. So here is what I've done. So that's the gauze on the back of it. The gauze, this one's a fairly firm one. It takes ages to work through to get the texture going through. And then on the other side, you can start to see that wonderful texture that comes up. And then I've cut them, weave them. This is a bit of velvet that's gone on as well. Sort of get my pieces and think what I'm going to do with them. And this one here is the back of it. I'm making a series of little pieces, very slow process. This is the gauze on the bottom, that's the other working in reverse. There's some velvet that I've worked onto it and a little bit of hand stitching. And I've just, this is how easy it is to do it. It's just put that down, lower the feed dog. So there's very little to go wrong here. The only thing is you need to clean out the dust out of the bottom. So I just work it in. And turn it over, and you can see that lovely texture coming up through it, and you can work it all up that way. So this is my latest one that I'm just doing at the moment, and I've got some different some silk that I've worked onto the pre-felt in the same way. There's the pre-felt coming up onto that silk there, and so here's some Margillian silk. And again, I've worked it from the back and brought it up, so you've got that texture coming through as well. So this is what I had there. And so I might use, like the Margillian is really, really wonderful to put onto it as well, to give that texture. So let's see if we get a little bit here and see how we go, and well, basically anything that you can find in your stash that's around. And let's just put this through here and see what happens. Any silk or velvet, whatever you are working with. When I work on themes, colours, different colours on a theme, of course. And we'll see what happens here. So you've just got that, look at the shine of it as it comes in and out through there. So once you start to stitch into this and bringing it all up, you've got texture and all sorts of things happening at the same time. So there you go. And depending there, here's the texture coming up through the gauze, but it's glistening a little bit in the light. So there, I hope that's given you a few ideas for this week, just to play. Remember, playing is so important. We'll see you again next time. Bye.